Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, thank you for joining us and welcome. What we're going to do today is we're going to get our signatures folded, try to get them sewn into our journal cover that we made out of a paper gift bag. Probably should have laid that flat, so now it's dried up crooked, but that's okay. I need to get the cover pieces on there as well. So yeah, that dried up pretty stiff. Remember last time we left it, it was a little flimsy, but that was just cause it was wet. But yep. So we're gonna try our best to get our signatures put in this thing today. And the journal kit that I'm using is called Christmas Eve Journal Kit. Don't worry about these. This is, I was trying to run all the fronts off of my stuff before my ink, and I changed it out to print my papers. And this is from Fantasia. Speak the words. Here you go. Fantasia Digitals. Good gracious. Spit the words out, woman. Okay. So, it is a beautiful kit. So my thoughts on this is I have a lot of Christmas bags of different kinds of assortments, different materials, and blah, blah, blah. So now I think I can use these bags in this journal because it's kind of rustic looking. The journal kit is kind of rustic looking. And then it only came with one page of ephemera, and this is it. So, but I'm thinking I can take and use these bags that I've got here in this kit. And I think it will be just fine as pockets. So I have an assortment of bags that we can use, and I don't know, I think I'm going to try my best to glue these down to where it will be a pocket here and here, and this will just expand. So I'm thinking I can glue that down, like glue it like this, and have a tuck behind and a tuck in here as well. But I was thinking about either clipping them in so you could use the gift bags. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. But now my thinking was to take and actually glue them down, leave the strings on them. I think that's going to be cute. Not on, you know, the face, but on the part that we're going to use on the non-decorated page, and glue them down in a U shape. Have a tuck here and a tuck behind. That's what my thinking was. Now, whether we can do that or not, I do not know. So that's why I was wanting to have it 3 signatures. But yeah, so these are the bags that I've got pulled out for this. And then I have these 2 here that are mini felt bags that I thought would be cute for a front and a back pocket. So that's what I'm thinking. So they would be like the front pocket here and the back pocket. This is going to be a fat journal. Just to let you know, straight up front, that's what's going to happen. But that is what I plan to do. That is my full-on intention, is to use these little gift bag pocket situations as pockets. I hope that it works out. I wished I had a bunch more like these. I got these at Dollar Tree. That would be perfect. Now I do have, you know, 3 more of each of these, but I didn't, you know, I wanted different bags, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I went through, I got 1 of each bag that I had in my stash. So then I pulled those felt pockets out that were like the presents was like, that's going to be perfect for a front and a back pocket on the covers. So now what we need to do is we need to take and fold. We need to take and fold our papers up. And I love doing that on my cut and scoreboard, because it has a lip on this side that I can butt the papers up against. So the scoring side of it, you just flip it over, butt the papers up against it, and you can fold the papers easier. Alright, so this is going to be the first signature. And I need to flip it all this away. Yep. So that's the middle. And then I just did coffee dye on the back side. So this is going to lend itself to be a little more rustic looking. But I like that. And then I added coffee dye papers in it, in between. And that's the page there. So that's why I said I was going to do those gift bags. Hopefully it will work. And I'm going to put the gift bags on the back of the pages, you know, like on these. Hopefully that'll work. That's so pretty. All right, so that's the front cup. That's the front page of the journal. All right, that is signature number 1. And the reason why I'm folding them backwards is because I'm going to sew signature 3 in first, and then signature 2, and then signature 1. It's easier to fold it in that way. And so that is this signature, where it has more of the out the windows snowy rustic scenes. And so I did coffee dye paper and as add-on in between pages. Because I found this kit and I was like, oh, that is just so pretty. You can do so much with it. Because, you know, my thinking I would do like snowy scenes and gingerbread and blah, blah, blah. But I was like, it's really, you know, like the first and the second signature in it are kind of similar. And then there's one, you know, that has the window scenes and stuff like that in it and that. And I was like, well, let's just make, you know, 3 different signatures, so that we have the snowy window scene type stuff in the middle. And then I think it'll flow a little better that way. So that's going to be the signatures there, and then you flip this over. And then the Santa Claus is going to be the first one there. So I thought those kind of went together pretty well. So that was my thinking on that. The first one, the second one, and now this is the third one. And I know I probably should have went ahead and folded this up, but I wasn't feeling so good yesterday. I'm still not feeling so good today. I was really achy yesterday with the rain and the atmospheric pressure changing and this and that and other. I was just really achy. So last night I was like, I'm just going to take a rest. I just don't feel well. I mean, I don't know what it was. And that right there, I wish, because see, there was so many middle scenes that you could have put, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, that is just beautiful, with the little girl looking at the Christmas tree. I probably should have that as my center. Y'all think we should have that one as the center or this? I think that, because, you know, you're going to have it folded like this. You're going to be like, well, what's she looking at, you know? Yeah, I want that as the center. Changing my mind, changing my mind. Then we'll just fold this the other way. No biggie. Because see, this has got a house here, and then it's got just a tree there, you know. So yeah, that makes a little more sense to me, I do believe. And I just messed that completely up. I don't know. Probably. Probably did. So this is the start of the third signature. No, we folded that right. And so yeah, I like that for the middle signature, because she just looks so mesmerized with her little gift in the hand looking at the tree. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now we just need to get the sewing them in, and we can start deciding where we want to put stuff and start gluing it in. All right, so I think I'm going to use a light tan in the middle of this, so it doesn't take away from, you know, any of the pictures, because that one's the middle of that, and that is the middle of that. Yeah. And then this, let's see. Ooh, it's gonna be right in Santa Claus's face. Okay. Did I get my signatures mixed up? Nope, I did not. Okay. Yeah. So this is the one I'm going to use. That color. I think it's going to blend in a little bit better. I think that color will blend in a little better than the rest of it. And hopefully I've got all this marked right where it won't mess it up. Trying to find a smaller end so it won't the holes in the center of it won't be so big. Alrighty. So now I need to get my poker tray out. As you can see, I've poked a bunch of holes in this. Okay, and then we put the top here. Alright, so now on this, we line the lines up on this where our pages are. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to cut this where those lines are, just so it's easier. I don't have to worry about it. And I know that that's going to be the top of my page. I don't have to keep on fidgeting around with it trying to get the page tops lined up. Because it was, I think, 1/8 or one. It was 1/8 or something like that longer than this. But that's fine. So then this should fit exactly the same height as our pages. Close enough to it. I really don't think I really need to use them. Just hold this piece here in the middle still and poke the holes in it. I'm cheating. You hold your piece in however you want to. I just know mine is the same size as my paper, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm just lining my paper up at the fold and the top and bottom every time, and I'm just poking. Poking the holes in it. Okay. So I'm still going to do the 3 widths of the page. 1, 2, 3, and just a little bit so I can put my dangles on there. Okay. I just had it lined up. There we go. All right, so there's the top. So we're going to start here in the middle. So there we go. Now, are we right? Yep. Okay. This is going to look loosey-goosey till we get it in there. And that's okay. Come back right here, right beside of that thread. Just trying to make sure I'm in camera because I moved everything a minute ago. So I'm just going right beside of that thread so I do not poke that thread so it will tighten up with me. Okay. Yeah, we don't need these. I'll use 2 of them to hold all of the pages away from me when I get to sewing the rest of them. But at this point in time, we don't need them. Alright, I'm going to even those threads up, and I'm just making sure that it is tight on the back. And I'm going to even up these threads a whole lot. Yep. So I got my threads evened up tight on either side, and I'm just going to tie a knot right here in the middle. I'm going to do 3 just for good measure. Okay, I'm going to leave those strings hanging down. Okay, I'm going to fold that way. I'm going to fold it that way. Yep, see, that's really taut on there. Okay, so now if you didn't want dangles in your book, you could tie it on the back and just cut it, the knot, and tie it in a knot right here and just cut it. You could do this sew on that side of your pages. You could do that on that side. Alright, so for me, I'm going to take, and I'm going to clip these just so they're not flapping around in my face when I'm trying to sew the other pieces on. Put my threads up in the middle so I don't get my threads confused and caught up together. The only reason I'm doing this is just to keep it, you know, from flapping around and getting in my way when I'm trying to sew my other signatures in. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to get signature number 2. Get it pushed in the middle really taut. Make sure that my paper says it's the top. Poke my hose in it. Well, if I can get a hold of all my papers at the same time, that'd be great. My neck just popped. Boy, that hurt. Basically, I'm just going to go and poke a hole in the first one here. Then I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of that template. Well, that was easier said than done, wasn't it? So we use this so that our holes that we put on our hidden spine line up with our holes in our paper. So then you don't have pages that are, you know, way up here or way down here, and all your signatures line up. That's the reason why we do the template piece. And they don't have to perfectly match, as long as it is somewhat within, you know, the same, you know, 1/8 of an inch or so with me. I'm fine and dandy with that. Sometimes I'm not, you know, because some journals I'm like, oh, it just has to be perfect because it's for so-and-so and that's the way I want it. It's not their request, it's the way I want the gift to be, you know, that type of stuff. Because, you know, some occasion for this and that is, you know, is a little different than this, whatever. Alright, so I know my hole is in here in the middle, and it is covered up with my lace bits. And right here somewhere, right in here. So now you might have to take and go the opposite way and poke a hole through your lace so you can get your needle back through there. And that's what we had to do there. We may have to do that on all of these. Poke a hole through this back through the lace just to get her needle through it. Definitely gonna have to do it up here. So I just poke a hole back through there, keeping my eye on it, trying to get this needle in there before the hole closes back up. There we go. Like I said, it looks really loosey-goosey doing this until you get ready to tie it up. And we'll come back beside of that, because now we got to go back through this and back through that lace. So I'm going to try to go right beside of it and not pierce it. So that's why you want to use a blunt end needle when you do these. You can't use like a sewing needle. You have to use like a blunt end needle. Because if you do have a sharp end on your needle, it will poke this yarn and thread or whatever you're using to sew your signature in. It'll poke it and pierce it, and then it won't tighten up for you. And apparently I got both of my threads on the same side. Okay. So now we're going to try to even up our threads the best we can. Well, it was probably about even till I done that mess. Even enough. Okay, so I'm going to fold this over. Make sure that that is taut in there. There's no threads showing. Pull on it. That is taut. We are good. So I'm on either side of the long thread. And the reason I like doing that is so that there's no slippage of the knot back through the middle hole. So if your paper, you know, you use it a lot and you turn the pages and you're writing and your yarn that you tied it together with slips, the knot slips through that hole, it'll come untied. It'll wind up tearing your paper. So I always like to do that with the knot over top of the yarn to keep the knot from sliding through the paper. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, so I'm gonna put these in here in the middle for right now. We're gonna take and clip all of this together so we can sew in our first signature. Then we're gonna glue it into our spine. So that's 2 signatures, and they are pretty much lined up pretty good. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. They are lined up pretty good. The bottom piece here may be off just a hair, and that may be just from folding. It's probably from me folding it. But yeah, that lines up pretty good to me. I like that. Okie doke. So let's try to get these yarn pieces in the middle here so I don't get them mixed up with my other ones and pull the wrong piece. Get in there. I can't pick it up. Okay. Oh. I don't know why that's so hard for me to grab a hold of. All I'm doing is trying to put it over this. I can't do it. And again, the only purpose of me doing this is just to keep this from flip-flapping in my face while I'm trying to sew the other signatures in. And you can make signatures, as many signatures in a journal as you would like, as long as your spine supports it. You can do whatever you want to. So most of the time when I make multi-signature journals, it's because the papers that have in it, you know, like it has what I call a front plate or a signature plate, where it has like a, you know, all like, it has a saying, and then there's 2 or 3 of those that has like a saying or a normal what you would see is like a book plate type thing. Yeah, so I'll take and I'll make multi signatures out of those types of journal kits, because I'm like, it has multiple signature capability because it has all of these front plates. So that's why I choose sometimes to make the journal kits multi-signature, and sometimes I don't. Okay, I'm putting that, well, I might need it here in a minute. I might have to use it here in a minute. And I'm going to throw that away because I've already got a 3 signature one saved. So 1, 2, 3. I've got a 3 signature journal with a 3-inch spine template already made. And I went ahead and made me another one just for this one, because I forgot that I had that other one. And the biggest reason why I wanted was because I wanted to make sure that we had room for these bag pockets in this one, because I was afraid it was going to be pretty thick. So I mean, there's not a lot of pages in this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15 pages in it, which is less than normally that I put in a signature journal. That's about what I do put in a single signature journal is about 15 to 16 pages, thereabouts. Sometimes up to 20. I do put up to 20 in some journals. So what I'm doing now is I'm moving my lace around to try to find the hole. All right, there it is. Okay. Alrighty. But with this one, it only has, like I said, 15 pages. And it is a 3 signature journal. But in this 3 signature journal, it's going to hold a lot of bulk. So I wanted it, you know, to be a 3 signature journal. So I can have an inch for each signature allowance for the bulkiness of those bags that I'm going to plan on using as my so-called pockets. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now let's get our ends fixed right and evened up. Get them on either side of it. This one goes over here. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we went with that cream off-white, because you know, that would have not looked good with a red or a green down the middle of Santa Claus's face. I'm just going to flip this over, pull this tight, make sure that these are tight, and they are. And then we're just going to tie it in a knot, and our signatures are done and sewed in, and then we can glue our hidden signature, hidden spine signatures into our journal. We're going to do that with Fabri-Tac. So it will dry and grab and dry quick. Okie doke. So I'm going to fold that way, flip it and fold it this way. Okay. So I'm going to put these in here so I don't get them caught up in the Fabri-Tac and glue them up. Okay. Alright, so now before I put it actual in and start gluing the signature in, I'm going to show you the pages of the journal. Alright, so that's the front. And isn't that pretty how that lays like that? And then it'll flip over and it lays this way. And see, it really looks kind of rustic looking to me. The journal looks rustic. Can you all see? Yeah, okay. I probably was not halfway in frame of none of that. And I am so sorry, because I think my my arm is kind of slowly going down. Alright, so this is the first page, and like I said, it's coffee dye. Coffee dye. Isn't that pretty? Just love it. And I do have some, if we need more pockets, I do have some little stockings that are, you know, that are meant for like candy sacks or what have you. And then that's the middle of this one. That's why I said I wanted to do a lighter color that's not so noticeable, because it's going to be on Santa's face. And I didn't want red or green showing up right in the middle of his face. So you got plenty of writing space in here. And then we can decorate up. All that turned out good. I love that middle piece where it with the lace. That just goes good there. Love that. But yeah, I have little stockings too, that if we need more pocketed areas, that we can pull those out and use those as well. Now this one I want to use more of like the browner tones, and I really wished that I would have put a bag in each signature. That would have been awesome. I didn't even think of that. Knucklehead. And I had them pulled out. Well, I'm not undoing them now, so we can cut them down and we can make pockets on them. We can cut it down and make pockets a different way. So, yep, that's fine. We'll use one of them in each of the signatures. Yep, so see, then that looks really good with that there. I love that. I love to be somewhere sitting where I'm looking out the window by a little cozy fire, you know, and hot cocoa, watching my scrapping buddies on YouTube, and being snowed in with about, you know, that looks to be what, about 6-7 inches of snow there. Would love that. Yes, ma'am. All day long. Love it, love it. Just be peaceful. And then this kind of flows into that, I think, with the reds and the whites, and it just kind of goes good. We got Happy Santa Claus here. Then we got the snowy house scene. And then there's the baby girl looking at the Christmas tree, just all happy. Isn't she just cute as a button? I'm glad we switched that, because she would have been on a page by herself, and you're just like, well, what's she looking at? She's looking at the Christmas tree with all googly eyes, you know, with that happy kid joy, you know. Miss them days a lot. Happy kid joy. But yeah, so there's a lot of writing space. And then see all of the little stockings. So I was like, yeah, if we need to, I can pull out the little stockings. And we can use those as pockets. Because there's stockings on, you know, pretty much every part, every piece of the journal. It has a stocking scene or something on it. Okie doke. Now, with that being said, I just wanted to show you, because you weren't, it's been a while since I showed these papers, or this kit. So I just wanted to refresh your memory what it looked like. Especially now that it's sewn into the journal, how it's going to play out. You know what I'm saying? So I always, if I do a multi-signature, I pull all of the signatures together, and that way it's one piece. You see? I just have one piece to glue in. I don't have to worry about this and that flipping and flopping. Now, what did I do with my cover? I hid it from myself. It's over here. Alright, so now we want to make sure that our signatures are upright and our cover is upright. And this will flex with time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to glue this right in here. And we're going to even it up top and bottom. And we're going to glue it straight in there. Like so. And then our journal will be together. Okie dokie. So now, with all of that being said, I hope everybody is doing good. I ain't even said the formalities of, hey, how you doing, and this and that and other. Say hey to your mama and them, you know, that type of stuff. I ain't said none of that. I just got right into business tonight. Because I was like, this is going to take a minute. Because I got to get all of this together. And don't be afraid of the Fabri-Tac on this, because it's going to need it. You're going to need to have it coated up with Fabri-Tac. And I'll coat these, where we sewn in the signatures, I coat them up really good. Just because you're going to need that to stick. And remember that if you covered it with fabric or you covered it with lace, that you need to coat that lace and fabric really good. So it will stick on there. So that's what we're doing now, is just coating it up. And I'm just running a bead around and around and around it. And put me a big old swath right down the middle of it too. Because I want this to stay in there. This is going to have a lot of weight on it. Okay, so now let's see what we can do with it. All right, so now it's straight. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's upright, yep. Okay, now let's put it in here. Right about where we want it. And then we can fine tune it. Oh, we don't need you sticking out there. I'm sorry. Oh, my head is probably all in here. My gray hair there. Alright, so see, now we've got it in the even front and back, top and bottom. So now we're just going to press it down. And I'll turn it to make sure that it stays in there. I want that sucker to stay in there. I'm trying not to push it from one side to the other. You know what I'm saying? Where it's uneven. Because it will slide on Phew, that's a lot of Fabri-Tac, boy. That's a lot of Fabri-Tac smell. That got me. Usually I don't smell it, but I smell it that time. You want to go top and bottom all the way around. And I mushed out some up here on the top, and that's fine. We'll just get that off our fingers. We're going to get Fabri-Tac'd up with this one because most of these are, some of them are cloth, which we could put it down with the white glue. I just want it in there with the Fabri-Tac glue. That way I know it's going to stay. The white glue will stay, but it's going to dry quick is basically what the only thing is. With the Fabri-Tac, it will dry a whole lot quicker. Okay, so now, there we go. And it is on there. Alright. So I think I'm going to let this sit here and dry good before I start gluing anything in it for a minute. I am going to take the pages apart and lay one signature down at a time. And go down and press in the middle to make sure that that has really good contact in the middle of it. And make sure that that spine has really good contact and that Fabri-Tac is stuck in there and spreads out so it'll hold it to it. Okay. And we'll flip back and forth and make sure that it doesn't peel up. I think we're in there, y'all. Heck yes. There you go, hidden spine. Oh, that's so pretty. It turned out a whole lot better than I thought it was going to, because I really thought that that bag covering that was going to give me one more fit. I really did. I thought I was going to have a fit with that bag trying to cover it, and it actually was the easiest part. Okay, so now what I want to do is we can get us a closure and we can put our ends on and do all of that and finish up our cover piece. I think I'll do the corner pieces off camera because that's a little messy and I'll have to keep wiping my fingers off and this and that and other. But I do want corners on it because it is paper, you know. But that is a good sturdy cover. I mean, you know. And what I done was, you know, the Amazon envelopes that have the fluffy things in the middle of it. What is that stuff? It just has the styrofoam in the middle of it. The styrofoam dots basically is what it is. I took one of those, and I know a lot of people will use that where it use, you know, one envelope. But I split the envelope so I have a front and a back side. Now if I had the other side of this envelope, you could take and cover it and glue them together just like you would if it was a manila envelope. do the same thing. You take and cover it with fabric, just like you do those manila office envelopes. Alright, so let's put this stuff up. Get that out of our way. And that is just my kit. Okay. So now I need to cut them out. I haven't done that yet, but I'll do that. Probably do that when I get off of here this evening. I've got a lot of stuff I need to get cut out and printed off and this and that, you know. Got behind. I bought a bunch of stuff because I was like, ooh, that's pretty. But I hadn't got to it. I've got a stack that thick of stuff that needs to be fussy cut for Christmas, y'all. It's just unrealness. Okie doke. So now, with that being said, we got all of this done. That's ready to go. I'll put the corners on it in a little bit when I get off the camera. Alright, so now I was going to take, this here can be a pocket as well, because it's like one of those gift card holders. And his little face rises up and says Merry Christmas. But now you can take and glue that down like that and put it in there and have it as a tuck spot. So I thought we could use those. Or you can use this and put it in your bag. We can put it in the bags. We can put them in the front and the back pockets. Where'd them things go? Hush up, y'all. You have Santa Claus sticking out of them. We sure can, can't we? Because see, look how cute would that be. Have that on the front and back, and then there's your gift card. So you slide your little gift card in there, and you can write Fru and Tum on it. That's literally what I was about to say. You can write Fru and Tum on that. Good gracious, tongue tiedness. I do want to cut that nifty up corner there. These little bag phrase here. Let's cut them. Straighten them up. They look a little gimpy. Probably just cause it was, you know, came from the Dollar General and it was the after Christmas sale. And they're a little beat up. So we just gonna fix them up a little bit. Okay. They look much better. So yeah, you can stick him in here, front and back. Shut up, how cute is that? And that is our front and back pockets with our little gift taggy bits. Alright, let's glue them in there while we ain't doing nothing. Well, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to put them corners on there before it gets too much going on with it. Alright, so I'm going to get off here, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hush your face. Yes. I absolutely love that. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. So see, I'll need to put them corners on there with them off of there. But is that not cute? I think that's going to work. Alright, so that's our idea for our inside pockets. Now I just need to get the corners on it. So I'm going to get off here and I'll do that. And then we need to place these over here a little bit because I want to put the eyelet here and tie it with the lacy bit. With the lacy bit of something. Yeah, so we'll move these over just a smidget. And then we'll have the little eyelet there. So the eyelets will be the tie pieces here for the closure. Heck yes. I'm excited, y'all. This coming together quick. So tomorrow night, pretty much, basically all we're going to do is go through and glue our bags in, make sure we got enough. And if we need to get any more out, I will. And I'll get some, I want to get some of these, I want to get a couple of stockings out, at least one in each journal, or each signature. So I'll pull some of those out, and we'll have that ready. And then that way we'll have all of our pockets and tuck spots, and, you know, the gift tags is what I'm putting in the pockets. You know what I'm saying? This is the one where I was talking about using the gift tags and giving them out, and then you have your tags from the people that you give gifts to and put them in there. Yep. Remembrance journal. Christmas gift remembrance. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk at you tomorrow.